So, hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's kind of shake off those Monday morning sore and achies. It's another Monday. And let's just take a moment to, settle in and, open up our hearts and our minds for a little bit of motivation and inspiration. And if you're joining me for the first time, hi, I'm Lindsay Baldesano from Super Secret Powers Coaching and Draco Wolf. Draco Wolf is my jewelry and decor business for witchy folk. But today we are on for uh, a little video for Magical Mondays, all about trying to figure out whether your content is coming from the place of power it needs to come from. So is it are you creating powerful content? And we've all been there. And when you're a budding witchpreneur, when you're just starting your business, it's so very easy to get caught up in the idea that nobody's ever going to see your posts, that nobody, because there's crickets out there, because you aren't getting like a million likes and things aren't going viral yesterday, that it's never going to happen. And it becomes this thing in your head after a while, and it starts to get draining. And even the thought of creating content just gets like more things to do. Like, I'm putting my energy out there and I'm not getting anything back, and it almost becomes like this whole abandonment complex. Well, if they don't like me, I'm not gonna like them, and I'm gonna stop posting, and what's wrong with me, and like it becomes a thing. And content goes in slumps, or not slumps. It goes in ebbs and in flows. And it really depends on where you are in your stage of business. Because after you've gained some momentum, after you've built an audience, and you're coming from this place where you are just choosing kind of cyclically what you want to launch, what you want to do. You're in the flow of your seasonal sales if you have a more product based business. We're then gaining momentum again and re engaging your audience for a very specific purpose. Well, it's just part of doing business. But let me tell you, when you're first starting in those first couple months, or you're still trying to get past that stage where you're getting your first sale or your first couple sales a month, it can seem like you are trying to carry, your whole business on your back up Mount Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a Greek story of a man who was being punished by Zeus, and he's perpetually pushing this boulder up this mountain. So it can really feel like that, and then maybe once those feelings of like, well, am I good enough? Maybe I'm just not a good writer. Maybe I don't know how to write. Maybe I was never good at writing then in high school, and then like it builds up into this thing, and you get into this like perfectionism paralysis, where it's just like, well, if it's not good enough, I can't even begin to put words down on a page, and that place sucks. Because of course we all want to be in this place where we feel the immediate effects of what we're doing and what we're putting out there. Um, wow, I didn't even stop to tell you what it was. Never mind. I just jumped right ahead into the into the content, but that's okay because we're busy, and it's the middle of the afternoon, and maybe as I get into this more and as I get myself more organized with producing this level of content, we'll actually like have some bells and whistles set up. But even that takes a little bit of time and a little bit of energy. And when you're coming from that place where you're just like, holy hell, how do I get this done? How do I get this growth phase done that I'm in and get my audience and find my tribe and, I'm good to go? Like, once you're in that, I want you to stop and I want you to question yourself. Like, are you really coming from a place of power if it feels that hard and that frustrating? And the answer is, no, not really. Or you're coming from power only in the sense that you are using your fire energy, your passion, your frustration, your anger, that drive, that kind of chariot energy to bully yourself into one direction or another with this. And that's not really the kind of power we're talking about. We're not talking about the power of like hustle till you die, because that's not really what's going to sell in a witchy business. Because a witchy business, and here's the fix to this, here, or at least one fix. Here's like one step of the fix. And we're going to talk a lot more about content, a lot more about, business basics here on this channel and in my group, Magic Bringers Rising. So if this is, really resonating with you, if you're in this place and you need the motivation to create a shift, to really up level your own energy in your business, your own sense of being your own business goddess, then join Magic Bringers Rising. That is, the link for that is at the top of the post. And of course, like and follow Super Secret Powers so you can see all of our videos as they come out. So of course, we all want to be in that place where things are moving and jiving and where it feels like instant manifestation. We want to get to that place where it's like you put the post out, it's a good post, and not only do you get likes and comments on it, but like maybe you actually get sales. I mean, that's the dream, right? To be living in this online magical sphere where we get to engage with people we only kind of sort of know and maybe we don't know at all, and they give us money. Like, that's the dream. And it doesn't only happen for some people. It's not that kind of thing. It happens for the people who show up and who show up in their own authentic energy. And in this witchy sphere, now here's the fix. Sorry, I had a segue there for a minute. But the fix is, you're caught up in your head. You are so totally up in your head that you've forgotten what people are actually buying in this sphere, in this niche. Now, stop and think about your own personal experience here for a minute. When you are planning a little weekend jaunt to your nearest witchy shop, because not everybody lives in Salem where there's one on every block or there's a whole street or two or five full of them. Now that's the dream, right? But anyway, think about those weekend jaunts. You go and you look for just the right place, or maybe you have just the right place in mind and it's a special thing for you, and you go and maybe you bring a friend or maybe you bring your kids to go see this place, and maybe you're going for something specific, but are you really just there for the candles? Are you really just there to pick up like, oh, another thing of herbs? Oh, hell no. And don't even go there. I mean, sure, maybe you're looking for a specialty candle, but you're really going because this is one of the coolest places that in that niche, and you want to go and you want to be there. You want to be there. You want to be in that energy. You want to talk with the people. You want to touch all the crystals. You want to see everything they have. You want to interact with magic. You want to be in this place that is a source of magic for you. And that is what you are selling even in your online business. a source point, a touch point, an anchor point for magic for others. So when you think about what kind of powerful content you could create, always post testimonials, sure. They're their own kind of magic. Always post behind the scene photos because, getting to know the people at your local magic shop or your local tarot online business platform, people like that stuff too. That will get you some clicks, it will get you some likes. But what's going to get you the audience that you want is by presenting them the magical vibe that you are, your energy signature. What is it about you that makes people want to light up? From a magical perspective, of course, because that's who I'm talking to here. So it's not just about, it's not just about your customer service. That's, one whole aspect. And of course, you can totally magic that out the way you need to for your business, however that makes sense. But when we're talking about content, how are you presenting that magic to other people? How are you being the magic on somebody else's wall today? And of course, we all have our off days. So it's not really a matter of totally presenting where you are in the moment, because this isn't really about you. This is about what your business stands for. What is that big revolution? What is that big type of magic that you're always aiming and striving for and hoping your clients and your customers get to? And it's going to be very unique for all of us, how we talk about it and how we think about it and how we invoke that power into our business so that we can share it with others. But what is it? Go ahead and name it. Take an hour as we're talking today to really sit down and think about it and feel into it. When do you feel powerful? What is that thing that when you see it online, you certainly react to it? Because if you react to it, it's a whole mirroring point here. Your clients and your customers are going to react to it. Because part of the realization here is that you have to create some kind of magical brand experience for these people that you want to attract. You have to be the source point of that magic for others through memes, through your stories, through your pictures, through your products, through your sales process. What is that magic? What is it that you want to add to the world today? And where is your love and your passion and your authentic vibe, your excitement for your business and for your ability to share these things with others? Because that's the source and the fuel for powerful content. And it doesn't have to be all do or die. And some days we can be more funny than others. It really depends on really the quality and the uniqueness of your own business. Even powerful, transformative people can stop and have a laugh at something, can tell a good story that'll, get people thinking and keep you at top of mind. Say, I heard that story from that person today and they're kind of cool about that. Or they were talking about, how they went traveling to this place and it's been on my mind. And look at that. That's a weird synchronicity. It has to come from that place where we're talking from our joy and we're talking from our excitement. And that doesn't mean we have to be all airy-fairy all of the time if that's not who we are, or any of the time. You can come from that deep, powerful transformative underworld kind of Hecate energy and still make sales and still bring that vibe for others? Because it's you and it's authentic and it's what's already flowing forth from you. So raise your energy today, little witches, and revisit your idea of what kind of powerful content you're putting out there. And what's the source for that? What is it that you're going to tap into to just bring it and light up the world around you? And those last bits have to be part of like me and my guides connection here. I usually channel, and I'm not being called specifically to give a channeled message, but most of what I just said in the last like 7-8 minutes was not in my notes. They knew the topic I wanted to talk on today, but I actually had like more specific questions that sounded a bit more businessy, but they wanted to go the whole soul route there a little bit deeper. But my specific question was, what kind of magical brand experience do you want to create? All right, because we can't ever stop client or customer lead generation, right? There's only like 3 things a business needs. They need something to sell. Something to sell. They need a way to receive payments. And the quicker and easier that is for the customer, the better. And they need a way to get customers in the door. So you can't avoid being social. You can't avoid having to create a live or a video or write a newsletter. Like, think about how you would be in your own physical shop. If your business were an actual physical place, and let's just say it was in a popular area, so you actually have foot traffic coming in, are you not going to greet that person at the door? Are you not going to put signs in your shop to explain to people what's there and what you have? Of course you are. And you're going to use all of those things and all of those ways of communicating to create a magical experience for those people so that they want to come back, so that it's one of their favorite places to hang out at, even if they're only hanging out online. So you have every ability to do that, and especially on Facebook, for free, basically. Because sure, you can pay for some ads, and ads actually, the software and the algorithm seem to be working at the moment. So there you go. How are you going to create magic today for others? All right. That's what I got for today. Please join me on Wednesday afternoon. No, I didn't set a time for that yet, but I'm going to shoot for like 1. I got up a little late today, so that's why. So join me on Wednesday, but like and follow Super Secret Powers so you can see our videos and look for the, the follow button on the video so you get notified when I am live. And of course, join my free group, Magic Bringers Rising, if you are a witchpreneur, a budding witchpreneur, someone who is just starting or growing their business, and you need all of the help, the support, the energy, the motivation, the mindset, the energy set that you need. All right. I will see you on Wednesday.